After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 334. Today is Saturday, December 8th, 2018. As we are recording, we want to wish everybody who is celebrating a happy solemnity of the Immaculate Conception. Mm-hmm. And we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. I didn't introduce myself, did I?
No, you did not.
I am Lady Furnico, also known as Marlecia.
I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Go back, reverse it, start over again. I'm Marlecia, also known as Lady Furnico.
I'm not introducing myself again.
That's fine. You don't merit a second introduction.
I didn't need the first one. Everyone knows me.
Anyway, we welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you with us. If you are new, we're glad that you found us, and we hope you find something that you like that will bring you back to join us for the fun and the Woman Cave. And if you're returning, we're glad to have you back. If you are in the shadows, just watching or listening, please feel free to subscribe on YouTube, that little red button on your right, and the little bell that allows you to get notifications. And if you want to take part in the alongs and the giveaways and all the camaraderie and all that kind of stuff, then you need to be part of the Ravelry group, Pen, Hook, and Needles on Ravelry.
Why didn't you tell me my hair was a mess when we got started?
I didn't know the difference. It looked fine to me. Okay.
I'm standing straight up.
Well, alfalfa hair. You're not going for a statement? You're not going for a standee?
Standing you.
No. Okay. Moving on. Okay. I did send out one of the winners for the yarn bundles.
You sent out a winner?
I did. Packing Knits, your yarn bundle has gone out. I have not yet heard from the other winner. I think her name was Angelic Knits, I think. Angelic Ember, something like that. It's on the last podcast. I can't remember. Did you tag her?
I don't remember.
Okay, it should be on the last podcast notes.
I think I did.
So please let us know that you won that, because you have another couple weeks before we'll re-pull for that yarn bundle. Okay. All right. Let's see here. In other groups. Okay, before I go on to, let's just go to the other groups. We have the 18 toys in, we forgot our tea, didn't we? I am just really all over the place today. Mm-hmm. Okay, we have the same tea.
In the same mug.
In the same mug, our Memento Mori mugs. And I like this mug because it shows the picture and the words on both sides.
And it's a nice size. Mm-hmm. I think that's one of the big things I like about it, is the size.
Oh, it's great. Memento Mori, remember your death, or, remember what's coming next. And we are having, this is our Advent tea. So if you,
spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. If you are part of the Plum Deluxe Tea Club and you haven't opened day 8 yet, fast forward. Okay, are you fast forward? Okay.
They won't be able to answer us if they're fast forward.
I know. I don't care. You get courtesy. It is the Plum Deluxe, the hazelnut, chocolate hazelnut?
Chocolate hazelnut chai tea.
This is one of my hands down favorite teas of theirs.
Did you throw away your little thingy? Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Because you looked all confused, like you didn't know where it was.
Well, I thought it would be on the front here, but I forgot that's an Advent thing. It's right here. Yesterday was actually a honey sugar mix, which is good, but I prefer the rock sugar, just the plain sugar. That
It just wasn't quite sweet enough for me. I like my stuff a little sweet.
I put mine in a tea that was very spicy with cinnamon and stuff, and it worked fine. Mm-hmm. But I do prefer the...
and I like things sweeter than Mom.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to dial back a little on the sugar. But anyway, so that's our tea. It's very good. I wish you could smell it and taste it. 'Cause it's
Oh, I
awesome.
didn't see what was in it.
Oh, yeah. Love and gratitude
There might not be.
and caffeine.
There is love and gratitude. Okay. Because sometimes there isn't.
Well, sometimes he has so many other things in there, he can't put that in there.
It wouldn't fit in the...
It wouldn't fit on the tag. I'm assuming that it's still in there, but
I don't know. Maybe they weren't able to fit in the pot either.
poor Andy. He gets so much grief.
So, chocolate hazelnut chai tea, sweet and spicy and delicious. Black tea, honeybush tea, cinnamon, ginger, hazelnuts, cocoa nibs, chalk. I guess that's for chocolates.
CHOC.
CHOC.
Yeah, chocolate.
And then chocolate slash hazelnut essences, love and gratitude.
I wonder, I was talking to
Has
Ty.
caffeine.
I was talking to Ty about it when we were putting our tea, getting our tea ready. I wonder if hazelnut essence actually has nuts in it, because I was going to
I would think so. I think it would be made from, kind of like the extract, like the almond
Well,
extract.
there's extract, and then there's imitation. And I'm
But I
wondering.
think it would say imitation if it was imitation.
Well, Andy doesn't use imitation.
That's what I'm saying.
But my point is that, I wonder how they do that, if it's just some kind of flavors that taste like it.
But I think essence would be actually
I don't
part...
know what an essence is in terms of this. I mean, I know what it is when we write. but
I'm pretty sure that it is actually the essence.
what
of,
I'm trying to ask
There's nuts in it.
is if there's nuts in an essence.
I would
if for a
believe.
nuts essence.
I believe that there would be nuts in the essence.
I believe there would be. I actually was going to give that as a gift to somebody, that tea, and then I held it back because I wasn't sure about the nuts. So, okay. Now, in other groups, okay, we have the Ready, Set, Christmas.
Now that we have completed our Plum Deluxe section of
the podcast. We are not paid advertisers. We do not get any freebies from them. We just
Andy,
love them.
slide it under the
Under
table.
the table.
Neil.
Under the table. Yes. We love Andy and the whole Plum Deluxe crew. They're
Yes,
just
very
wonderful. If you're not familiar, you should check them out. And if you're in the States and you haven't tried them, you should. They're very, very good. Okay. Ready, Set, Christmas 2018, and the 18 Toys in 2018 Cows are going on in the Bee's Knees group, and that's Bonnie, Studio Von Design, one of our moderators. She has her own group. It's not a podcast group, but she has those alongs going on, and they're a lot of fun. Her rules are in her group, so you can check that out. The Harry Potter Cal is the Victorian Studio podcast. That's Maureen. She is our co-host for the Toy Along, and this is their second year running. It's a year-long along, and all the rules are in her group. The podcast is a lot of fun to watch. She should be due to put one up pretty soon because it's been a while since the last one. So keep an eye out for that. She's a lot of fun. And she's very accessible if you're not sure if something will fit. But she's pretty eclectic in what she accepts. The Family Movie Night Cal, the Year of Socks Cal, and I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the stripy one. And then she has, I don't know if the one with the hat might be finished. Her
design.
Her design. I don't know if that is done or not, but you can check all those out in her group. Laura, if you listen to us for any amount of time, you know that she is a special person to us, and we love her and her
You're wearing your
podcast.
Franciscan shirt. I was almost wearing...
Franciscan Gypsy Mom.
I almost wore my alumni one, but I got something on it, so...
Yeah. Franciscan University, that's where she went to school.
This is something else from Franciscan, but it's not my alumni one, which is sad. We would have matched.
Yeah. I don't wear this very often because I get overheated easily. But anyway.
Well, the funny thing about my alumni one is I got it as a freshman because I didn't know what alumni meant, and I liked the color. And there was another freshman in my class who did the exact same
Josh.
thing. No, Josh knew. Josh made fun of us.
Oh.
It was a redheaded guy who took the same class with us.
Mark?
You never met Brian D'Amico.
No, I did. I heard the name.
But yeah, he picked it up as well.
How funny. And sometimes you just don't pay attention.
No,
You just,
and we just didn't register. We both liked the color.
red for a redhead?
No, it was green. It says
green.
color green.
Oh, because you said you like the color.
Yeah, but I liked the color because it was school colors,
Oh, right.
and it was it's a nice green like this one. It wasn't the puke green they usually show for our colors.
Right. So anyway, I was saying, Crocheting Hoovian, we love Laura, and I think you'll enjoy her podcast. She should be. Well, she said that this month she might not podcast again until the end of December because of baking and holiday stuff and all that. So But keep an eye out for her. She might podcast earlier if she wants to. It just depends if she has time. And she's well worth watching. She's a lot of fun. And she has a VKN that she does, which I haven't been able to be as involved with as I like. I like to try and do about once a week. I think I've been there maybe once every 2 weeks. But it's fun. And then we have the Shorty Socks Cal, who's Heidi Undead yarn. And I don't know if that one's finished. I thought it was for a year, so you might be able to still get your socks in there. And she made it so that socks, Shorty and other socks are allowed. Then we had the 18 hats in 2018, the 18 socks in 2018, and the dishcloths for the missions. This is all Brittany B-Wing, and her group is Comfort and Crafts. It's not a podcast, but very fun group, and it is very charity oriented. So, you know, check that out. Check out the rules. I don't know if she has prizes for any of those, but you can check it out and see, and they're worth participating in anyway. Then we have the 2018 Tracking Stash. That's Deb's Destiny and Blue Yarn Always from the Never Cast Off podcast. And you'll have to check their group to see what the rules are and the status of that. They have been quiet this past couple of months in terms of their podcast, but hopefully they will be picking up again soon. I know they sometimes podcast individually, and they're a lot of fun to watch. And the rules are in their group. Okay, now, before we go into other things, I did want to say that we are going to be having, coming up in about 3 weeks, January 1st, we start the Ready, Set, Go Cal Lao, which is the second annual, and that is simply starting all the things. And on the month of January, for the month of January only, so 1/3 of the Cal Lao, you are able to rip things out and count those for a prize. But you have to show a picture of the project and then the ripping out of it. Mm-hmm. So we know that, that's the project you're talking about to be eligible in the same picture. So, okay? And we'll get more into that when we go along. Now,
I think it'd be fun if some people figure out how to post videos of them ripping it out.
Oh, that would be fun. And you know who would do it is Valeria or Bonnie. They both are very computer savvy. Mm-hmm.
So it won't get you any extra postings or anything, but I'd be interested in seeing if anyone
rip.
Just maybe not the entire Bev to be a very long video.
Yeah.
Just
just a little. Oh yeah, it depends on what they're ripping out.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're ripping out a hat or something, you can just rip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends upon the complexity of the hat.
This is true.
If it's a colorwork hat.
Oh, you and your colorwork. Okay.
But
PHN Current, the Tea and Tails year-long Cal. We have 3 weeks left because today, well, a little more than 3 weeks. Today's the 8th as we're recording, and we're done with this. We will shut down the thread either midnight on December the 31st or early in the wee hours of January 1st.
Well, it won't be the wee hours because...
The wee hours? Wee all the way home. Are you too?
It won't be the very wee in the very early mornings.
It might be if Valeria's up.
Okay, Valeria's up. I was going to say, because I used to shut them sometimes.
Yeah, well, I did too, but Valeria...
In the very wee
sometimes
hours.
Valeria will be up, and she will see... And Valeria, if you're new, she's one of our moderators. Mm-hmm. She will be up because she's in Europe.
Right.
And so if it's midnight...
Well, that's why she always used to get in my tests so easily.
Fast.
It's like I would put it in up at like midnight, and she'd be up, and she'd get in.
Yeah, she's great. Valeria is extremely helpful. All of our moderators are extremely helpful, and we are very blessed to have them. So, anyway, it'll close at that time, and we have the prize. Well, first of all, it's 1 whip per project per week. I'll do all the rules here for this one, and I won't say them again for the other Cal Lao. Okay, it's 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. It has to be related to tea and or tails, and we've gone over repeatedly what that means. If you have a question about whether or not something works, post it on the board, send a question to me. Talia will not probably see it because she works extremely long hours. So just send it to me, and if one of us will answer it, or one of the moderators or somebody's in the group for a long time will answer the question if you're not sure, or they'll refer it back to me. Okay. And
I don't get online hardly at all anymore.
It's very hard for her because sometimes she gets home at 7 at night. So
and when I go in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah.
So I will be answering questions. Just be patient with me since I am the only one really answering the emails. It takes me a little while, and Valeria and Vani both know what's going on. If Sue is available and she sees it online, she answers. Brittany sometimes answers. We have people who know what's going on. So
and my hours are not likely to change. It's just
it's just longer hours.
It's just longer hours.
So
and then with the natural fatigue that comes with my condition,
and that's why some of the packages have not yet gone out. We have sent out about half of them. Sue, we did get your message. We will hold back your prize until you are able to receive it. If we don't remember,
remind us.
Poke us, okay? All right. Now, back to the tea and tails. We do have featured patterns. No.
I don't know why I felt like playing with that.
Anyway, featured patterns by Talia, Franciscan Gypsy Designs, my pattern, Vonnie's patterns, Laura Concert's patterns. I said Joanna Johnson, Mom Cook's patterns, if they can be related to tea and or tails. My yarn is a featured yarn. If you can make it related to tea and tails in the name or using a pattern or whatever. So the featured patterns that are finished objects are able to get 2 chances at a prize. And the finished object, if you use all 3, my yarn and the featured pattern, and you finish it up, then you get 3 chances at a prize. Let me see here.
I was actually not listening to anything that she's saying, so hopefully she doesn't ask me any questions.
And if it doesn't make any sense, I blame her because she was annoying me. Let me see here. Oh, I wanted to say Joanna Johnson, who's one of our featured people, has put a banner at the bottom of our group, you know, where the banners for the advertisements show up, and she has an ebook out. I think it's new. It's Sherlock Knits.
Sherlock Knits, yeah.
And it looks really good. And to get the card copy, you have to go to Etsy, but I do believe she'll sign it for you.
It is a signed copy because I might have picked it up.
I wanted to pick it up, but I haven't done it yet.
I've done it.
So, I'm glad I didn't buy it for you for Christmas because you have no elf control.
It was Joanna Johnson.
So, check that out. It looks really good.
She's like one of the few people
I want a signed copy of her.
She doesn't have a signed copy of Anna Gables. Because I need the Diana's hat in particular signed. Because I make so many of these.
I want that one signed, but
how many? I mean, I think I'm up to like 15 or 16 of these.
She's fantastic, and I just wanted to let you know that is.
It's like
it's on the bottom if you want to check it out, okay?
Susie Gorley for so many people,
yeah. She's fantastic, and she's just wonderful, so you might want to check that out.
I love the Diana's hat. It's amazing.
She has lots of stuff out.
But the Diana's hat is like the best pattern in the world.
Now, for Laura Concert, in case you're wondering what works right off the bat and you're unaware, she has a Hufflepuff softy pattern, and that's a Harry Potter reference. So that's right in, it should work up pretty quickly, and if you need another entry. So, and it would get you 2 entries because it's a Hufflepuff. It's a reference, so it's,
And the Diana's hat is for Joanna Johnson.
Yes, it is. And if you use my yarn, it's 3 chances. So you've got, you have 3 weeks, but some of these smaller projects or quicker projects can get you multiple prizes if you play your cards right. And we like doing that. The prizes,
playing our cards right?
Yeah. The prizes for the 4th quarter is a Plum Deluxe purple package, and that unfortunately has to go in the States, okay? The Loom Knit pattern from Mom Cook, who's Renee, was donated also for this, and this is for another winner, and that goes wherever the winner is. So we're very grateful for that.
I should drink my vitamin.
The end of the year prizes, I showed you that great big package and keep throwing things into it. So it's a pretty good package. But
it doesn't taste like vitamins.
Okay then. All right. Let's see. Now the Toy Along is also in its last stages. It's been going for 3 months. I've been trying to catch up with all the alongs, and I do kind of well, and then I get behind again. But I
do horribly.
I love everything, and again, I have to thank our moderators because they keep things rolling. And you guys, our members, our family, and PHN themselves, you guys are great. I mean, you keep it going, and you're just amazing. So we're very glad that you are having so much fun with it. I love seeing the toys, and I miss seeing some of them because I was trying to catch up with. I think I was trying to catch up with Tea and Tales. I forget what I was doing. And for those in the prayer request thread, I do keep everybody. I just can't keep up with more than a couple threads at a time. So unfortunately, I don't always get to read the prayer requests. However, I do keep the prayer request thread in my daily prayers, in my rosary, and that kind of stuff. If you have a specific need to be mentioned, email me, and I'll put it right in my book right then and there. But you do remain in my prayers regardless if you're on that thread, because it's important for me to pray for you, to pray for your intentions, and to rejoice with you when something amazing happens.
Yeah, we want to hear about the good things too.
Yes, and we do hear sometimes, and we're very grateful for that. Okay, I don't know how I got there from the toy along, but okay, toy along.
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
The rules are the same for the toy along, so just get your toys in, and we look forward to seeing them. The featured patterns, as always, are Talia's, Vonnie's toy, what's it called, Eric B?
Eric the Applebee?
Eric the Little Bee, and Crocheting Hoovian's Hufflepuff, and my yarn, of course, if you put it in a toy, okay? Double chances for a prize. Let's see here. The prizes that I couldn't show you last time because I couldn't find them, all those prizes I showed you last week for the toy along, but also this is the yarn from Christina, okay, the Bobelli lace, but I don't think it's lace weight. I think it's...
I didn't realize you couldn't find it.
Yeah, it was in a bag it fell out of my other bag. This is 42% wool and 35% acrylic and 23% viscose. I don't know what viscose is. I'm assuming it's kind of nylon.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
And then the other prize this is the last set of stitch markers that Cappy's mom made for us. So this is a limited edition, and whoever gets
supplies last.
Yes, you guys don't know how hard it is for me to leave it in the prize bin. So it's going in the prize bin. So that's that. Now,
kind of matches the yarn.
It does. Okay. Now, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, and I forgot and I did mention Alice's Malaysia prize last week, because that's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, I know what I wanted to say. Did I mention the Ready, Set, Go?
Yes, you do. I actually remember you mentioning it.
I'm sorry, I really have a lot of what Taya calls brain fog right now, because I think we have some weather coming in, and you are very distractible this morning.
Bunnies?
No, owls. Owls. Owls eat bunnies. My owls don't, though.
Ooh.
My owls don't.
It's okay.
My owls don't.
It's okay, TMNB.
Okay, we are going to go into our works in progress, unless you have something to say.
No, bunnies are best.
All right, so how many do you have?
3.
You have 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have 7.
We went to New Jersey on Monday, and you would have thought with more time off of work I would have gotten more knitting done. No,
she was really wiped out on Tuesday. We left the house about 9 o'clock, 9:30, and we got back after midnight. So it was just a long day all around. Poor Mike. I mean, he did all the driving, and it was not a relaxing driving, because there's a part each way where it's really confusing. It's bad enough in the daytime. At night, it's really kind of nerve-wracking. So we all just kind of...
And it takes us, what, how many hours usually? It's 4 or 5 hours?
I think it's 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours each way
and then,
for a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, and then we have, 4 hours there or whatever, 5 hours there.
Yeah, because they never take anybody on time.
And then you don't want
I left there at 6, 7 o'clock.
And then we ate, because you don't want to be in rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
So we ate at 6 o'clock. By the time we got home, it was 12:30 at night. Well, in the morning, whatever you want to call it. So we were pretty tired. So it was just really hard to get back into things. I'm actually surprised I have as much done as I do. I got some done in the bookstore, which was good. We have places that we go now. We kind of have a routine. When she's in the doctor's office, we don't have to go back there until March.
Yeah,
but
March.
We have the doctor's office. we'll drop her off. Sometimes she'll eat with us, sometimes she won't. Depends on what she has to do there. You know, if she does a test like a tilt table, you don't want to eat beforehand.
No.
But
they've done all their testing now. Now it's just a matter of messing with the meds and things like that.
Right. So basically what we'll do is we'll drop her off. We'll go to the mall, to Hobby Lobby, and our last stop will be the bookstore because we can sit there, we can have a cup of tea, we can, you know, I can sit at the cafe, Mike can, you know, get a little nap in. He wasn't able to do it last time, but to get a little nap in, and then we'll get her, and if it's not too late and it's not rush hour, we can get something to eat and go home. So it's, yeah. Okay, anyway, let me go with this. I have to get...
Stay.
My first one is in my Kickaboo Holiday Owls bag, which I use all year round. And this is my Sherbet baby hat. And this is on a loom, a knitting loom. And I may have converted a couple people to knitting looms. And if you notice...
Oh, it happened.
Huh?
That wasn't like that last time.
Well, I think it was Tuesday.
I seem to remember you telling me about it, but it didn't really sink in.
My husband was sitting with me, and I didn't feel like I could knit because my hands were hurting a little bit. So I decided to...
The day we went for a walk, you were trying to tell me about it.
I started unknotting it and got to a point where my husband was like, well, just, you know, rip it all out. It was Saturday because Sunday I finished it.
I thought it was...
Because I was talking to Laura and Stephanie and stuff on the VKN. So what happened was my hands had been bothering me. So I said, okay, I'm going to get rid of the spaghetti because it's getting hard now to pull the yarn as I need it. And Mike was like, well, I think you're going to have to rip this all back. And I'm like, I'm not ripping this all back again. I'm just not. So I spent the hour or so I was on the VKN with Laura and everybody, and I was able to finish it. So,
and you know, it's funny. It's not really colors I normally like, but I think it's a really cool. It's looking really cool.
I think so. And I finally hit the blue. It's a baby hat, and I finally hit the blue. Can you see the blue?
It looks like ice cream with sprinkles or sherbet.
Well, yeah, sherbet ice cream. I'm not sure there's actually blue in sherbet ice cream, but I don't know.
There can be blue sherbets, I think.
I don't know. I guess maybe a certain kind of berry, like those
like the blue
pops.
raspberry.
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm enjoying this. It's taken me a little while, but only because I had it so knotted up.
So I always think of sherbet as being very contrived. It's not as natural as...
No, sherbets is just berries, I think.
Is it?
I think so. I think it's the sherbets that are not, that they're juice, that they're not
maybe
milk.
Yeah, maybe.
I think.
And then what's the difference between that and gelato?
Gelato's a very creamy ice cream.
Okay.
I mean,
I've only had gelato like once or twice.
Gelato,
a few times in Steubenville.
I think the first time I had gelato was in Italy.
Well, there was a nice gelato place by
it's very rich.
Steubenville. You never got to go to the gelato
I know, nobody
place.
took me.
It wasn't my fault.
I was usually on retreat. Okay, the next one
Why were you on? Oh, I guess because that would be when Dad and
September.
Davina would come by and visit me.
Where's my bag? Oh, there it is. Okay, in my autism awareness sweater size bag, this is the... It's going to fall down. This is Knitting's my bag, and she made this for autism awareness a few years back. I actually got a little work done on this. So I did a couple rows. I still love this color. Oh, I can't wait till this is finished. Isn't this so pretty?
It is very pretty.
I love this color. And I'm almost to the point where I'm supposed to change colors. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So why would I change colors with this beautiful color?
No, you don't need to. You would ruin it.
Yeah, I have a second ball of this. And I did have to break the yarn when I was, that's the big one. I had to break the yarn when I tinked back, because it got stuck. So I still have this one to finish.
Is it tinking when it's crocheting?
I don't think it matters. Ripping back, tinking, I don't know. This is the free ball.
Because tink is knit backwards.
Yes, it is.
So
I don't think it matters, though. They know what I mean.
I don't think you say crochet backwards the same way.
No, they say rip back. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Because that would be 10.
So this is the ball I'm working with. And this one, I thought I had another small one in here, but maybe I already added it in.
Take hook? Take hook.
I don't know where the other one is.
I'm not sure how you would say crochet backwards. Take hook?
You're being rude. Rude.
I'm
rude child.
philosophizing.
So this not while I'm talking. Okay, so that's that. I don't know if I have another ball in here or not. Do I need to do a third one? I have 7 to your 3.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you might want to do a third one this time, and the rest of the time you double up.
Okay.
Because if you had 6, you would just double up and you'd be fine.
Unfortunately, if you like this yarn, there's no way of getting this because this is Gourmet Stash.
I don't even know if she's dyeing fiber anymore.
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't heard.
I'm not sure, but I don't really keep my finger on the pulse of fiber dyeing.
Well, I mean, usually if she had, I would have thought that we would have heard on podcasts and things.
But I'm really not up to date on all the podcasts and stuff.
Well, the podcasts I'm following now aren't as much into that. I mean, a lot of them are overseas. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, right now, I mostly watch Bakery Breaks because I love them, and they're the ones I pay for, and I don't have a lot of time to watch podcasts anymore because I work such long hours.
I have 2 or 3 that I watch consistently, and then the others as I can. Okay, you said I have to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay. I wish I could watch more. But...
Yeah, I just simply don't have the time anymore.
Okay, this one is in my Valeria bag, and this is the On Cloud 9 project from Lala's Simple Shawl, and I did 3 or 4, I think, rows on this at 2 different sittings. I usually do a couple of rows at a time if I can. I really do love this pattern. I think I said that ad nauseum last week, but let's see. I don't know if you can tell how much progress I've made. This is backwards.
Well, it's hard to tell with that particular project.
Yeah.
Unless you put a marker.
I just really...
It's a really lovely...
Really?
I've always loved it in the pure white. It's just such a classy...
Well, it's not pure. This is cream.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In the,
it's that
berry
fisherman's
yarn.
color that...
Yeah.
I've always liked the fisherman's sweaters with the cables, and it's in this color. Mm-hmm. This is so pretty. I just...
Because that's why originally the color I originally wanted it mine in.
Yeah. And she settled for my blue.
It's very pretty.
Forever in blue jeans.
But this color with this yarn always has had a special place in my heart.
And if you're looking for a project that's... If you're not having any issues with your hands, that will be quick and it's easy. If I can do it, it's easy, and it looks a little more complicated than it is.
I honestly
this is the project.
Didn't have to look at the pattern anymore. I memorized the pattern when I was working. I mean, now I'd have to look at the pattern.
I mean, I don't trust myself to memorize the pattern, but then again, I also can't work on it in as consistent spurts as I'd like. So I'm hoping to finish it. I'm on my 2nd ball of yarn.
Now, for me, I probably won't knit another one simply because I'm not a huge fan of the triangle shawls. I prefer a rounded shawl, and that is a triangle shawl.
This is how much I have of the 2nd skein of yarn. I have 2 more left, and they're this big. So I'm down to about the last third of this one skein. So
it's a fun knit, but for me, it's not a shape I prefer to wear. I'd be more likely to make it for gifts.
Yeah. Charity gifts, whatever. Oh, wait, your turn.
My first project, actually I don't even need to look at my show notes such as they are, because there's only 3 projects. This one I worked mostly on in the car and during Rosary, in the car during head up to New Jersey. On the way back, there was no way to work on anything. It was dark.
Yeah, very dark.
I think this sat on my lap to keep my lap warm. So this is in my Silver Shred USA Kitties in the News bag. And this is the Spanish Lady project.
Can you imagine trying to work that in the dark?
Yeah. And it is the On the Forest Floor by Simone Carite. The color, it's Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein. In the colorways Obsidian, Vlad's, and Slate.
No, pewter.
Pewter. Darn it. I got it right last time.
Slate is the one I like so much. This is Slate.
Yeah, it would have been too late for this.
Yeah. No, this isn't Slate. Where's my Slate?
That's a Knit Picks.
That's Knit Picks. Where's my Slate?
I don't know.
Is this one?
Isn't he Slate?
Yes, I think he is.
That still would have been maybe too light. They can't see him.
If I pull him out, everything's going to come down.
Yeah. So
very pretty.
This got quite a bit of work. The rows are getting quite long. I can't complete one row in a rosary anymore. So this will be on the needles for a while because I'm getting to that point of extremely long rows, and I still have increases coming.
Very pretty.
But I love this one. And I have the other ones on the needles, but I feel like I'm so close to finishing this one. I just need to finish it.
Yeah, you got mine on the needles.
I got yours on the needle, and I got my pretty green, yellow. It's green, yellow, and blue one.
I gave you the yarn for that one.
Yes.
So.
Well, yours is actually farther along. I just, actually, part of why I paused on those two, even though the rows would be faster on those two, is that my longer needles in the same size are on here.
Yeah.
And they're getting a little bunched on the other two.
I may have put on my wish list a couple of needle sets, fixed circulars, but they're not long. They're size 7s and 8s, 16 inches, because I saw a hat pattern I want to do that looks like it doesn't require DPNs. And I'm interested in
call Bull.
Well, he says you go right through the live stitches.
But you can't it's going to be too wide at the...
Well, maybe he does. I don't know what he does. We'll see.
It just doesn't seem correct.
Well, obviously he did it, or he wouldn't say it. I mean, I guess he could have forgotten to put the DPNs. In which case, I will email him.
Or he might have magic looped.
Right, but he didn't say magic loop. He just said 16-inch circs.
Or he might have used two 16-inch circs.
Now that's possible. But then he should have said two 16-inch circs, so you have the.
Sometimes people don't always remember to write down all their tools.
If he doesn't, when I buy the pattern, if he doesn't say that, I will.
Because unless he specifically states you do not need...
Well, no, you wouldn't put you don't need. You just put that you do need.
Necessarily.
That's how you would do it. You don't put what you don't need. Then you put down you don't need a house. I mean, it's just silly.
Unless it's the selling point for the pattern.
I don't understand what you mean.
Some people, like you, would purchase the pattern simply because, like I said, unless it's the selling point for the pattern.
Then,
Anyway, we're taking attention away from this shawl, which is awesome.
We are not. You put it away. All right. Now, this one I haven't done in a long time. In my Silver Shed USA PHN anniversary bag, blue, because Taya's is red.
What's mine holding in it? Oh, it's holding a shawl that I need to rip back.
Anne loves us because we just... we want the same thing, just different colors.
Yes.
Just drive her nuts. She's perfect.
I just realized I only have one of... Because I only have 3 projects, all my projects are in bags by different people.
I restarted my square.
Oh, yay.
This is Foon in the Woman Cave colorway. And I think I figured out what I did wrong. So I'm going to keep working on this because I think that I really need to have something where I can feel a sense of accomplishment that I'm finishing something, even if I only finish a square a week.
The squares are awesome for that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why if I'm really feeling unwell, I'll work a lot on my squares.
Well, I'm hoping that if my hands hurt so much that I can only do something this small, maybe 3 or 4 rows at a time, then I have a chance of finishing this and then working on a couple of things. Because I have come. Well, I'm at peace with the fact that I'm not going to be able to finish as much as I'd like. I will go to the doctor. I honestly will. I keep saying that, but things keep popping up. We had appointments for Talia come up. We have appointments that we had to push back because of her appointments, because of weather, because of whatever, that need to be rescheduled.
Didn't get moved?
No. Mine got moved because of yours. I have to reschedule all kinds of appointments, so I'm hoping to get this in pretty soon, so I can see. And Sue, I have a question. You were talking about the cherry juice, and I was going to write to you, and I forgot. I should have done it when I answered her email. If you see this and you're able to answer, or if anybody else knows, you said to drink cherry juice for inflammation and stuff like that. I'm not sure I can stomach it full strength. Will I get the same benefits if I do like 4 ounces of cherry juice and 2 to 4 ounces of seltzer water?
And I feel like you would.
And I would think if I can do that, that's great because it's like an Italian soda. So just let me know if you see this, and if you don't, that's fine. If somebody else knows, please let me know. Okay, Valeria might know.
Because I put my beet beet powder or whatever the heck it is in more fluid than they tell me to, because that's so strong.
Yeah. So this is my Food in the Woman Cave. This is sport weight, I think. Did I do sport weight for this? This is from the kit.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure.
I think it is sport.
I think it's sport. And
I think Fun Sport.
Yeah, and the needles are, and the regular sport, not the thin sport.
Yeah, it's a regular sport.
And the needles are US US. I don't have my needles down here. Okay, anyway, whatever
Here,
these are,
these are
I think
tigers,
there's
Ghetto.
7s.
Hold on. They are 6s.
Oh, they're 6s. Okay, this is from the This is There I'm Back Again, Afghan, and this is from the Recipe and Pattern by K.F. Jones. Okay, because she has awesome tutorials on it, and I also bought the pattern that tells you how to, so I can have it written in front of me, so I don't have to be.
I've got to the point that I don't need the written anymore. I've got the pattern memorized, but I also have like 20 of the. Okay, I have 3 of them on the go.
I have to remember.
No, I have 4 of them.
4 of them, I think.
I can't remember.
The problem with me is I have to get past the obstacle of doing squares.
Mm-hmm.
I have to get past the obstacle of having to
pick up stitches.
So that's why I'm thinking about doing your other one.
The other one looks
Has
good.
slip stitch along the edge.
Yes, and I'll talk about that in a bit.
So that would be great. And I might do another blanket in that and do a baby blanket size and see how that works. So I'll have the 2 of them going and I can switch back and forth. So we'll see if I actually do that. But anyway, that's this.
You have another one, I think.
Yes, I do. 2. Okay. Do I?
Yes,
How many do
because
you have left?
I have 2 left.
Okay. All right. So my next one is, and I love Kay. She's so much, she gives me so many ideas, and she has wonderful tutorials. Kay Jones.
This is kind of her colors.
Yeah, it is. These have more pink, though, I think. Okay. In my purple crocheting Hoovian bag, and this is another Silver
I need
USA.
to wind up Laura's yarn, but I really haven't had the chance to.
This is my monkey bag from the Surprise Backpack Pattern by Amy B. Stitched. And I did a couple rows on this. This one is just going round and around until I hit a certain number of inches right now. And this is in cotton. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, I think. And it's an F hook. I didn't want to use the G that was suggested because I tend to have a larger gauge. So this is a tighter fabric with the F. And yeah, it's Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton solids in red and monkey red. Okay.
Is the monkey red this one?
Yes.
Okay.
So the picture they had on the ball band was the sock monkey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this is
I don't
called.
quite get the sock monkeys. Why do everyone like those?
Daddy loves that. He loves it. I'm gonna have to learn how to knit one because my hands have to be a lot better before I can try that. But he loves that. So anyway, that's that.
Is it just like a thing when you guys were growing up, or?
I don't know. I don't particularly care for them. They're just, I mean, they're okay. To me, they're very rustic in terms of I could see that in a Little House on the Prairie or something because I think they were made of socks, you know, of old socks.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Your turn.
Okay. So my next project is I worked on this partially in the car into New Jersey, and then mostly in the doctor's office when in between when they take me to do my EKG, and then I'd sit for a while. Then they take me to see the doctor.
Right.
Then I'd sit waiting for them.
Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
Right, and they didn't have the second waiting wasn't quite as long because they have the main doctor, and then they have someone directly under him who I believe is also a doctor, or he's like a
Resident or something
like that. He usually spends most of the time with me, and the Dr. DePace comes in and does his thing.
That office is pretty neat.
It is. They
Has to be if you have to wait all the time.
but you know what? It is worth it.
Oh yeah, and they're very good over there.
But I was doing this when I wasn't sure when I'd be called. When I had more time to wait, I worked on color work, but this was my...
because you can stop, because that's a Diana's, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So this is the Diana's hat. This is for Davina. I called it Drama Queen. And let me pull out the tag, because I love this tag. And I probably would pick up more of their yarn, because they actually have Sparkle Sport Weights.
Oh, do they?
That's what this is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is Sparkle DK.
Oh, now that's cool, because I want to make a sparkly animal.
Yes. So I am likely to look for them online, because you don't find people. Tempting You. Tempting You Yarns.
Tempting You.
And this is their tag, which
Does
is
it have
so
the
cute.
name on there? Glam Girl, Tempting You Yarns. Is that where I got my sparkle yarn?
Yes.
Okay. That's right. I have a DK. I have a beautiful brown, because I was going for the browns, DK that I want to make that woodland shawl.
So this colorway is Glam Girl, and the base is You So DK and Sparkly. 75, 25, superwash merino nylon sparkle. 231 yards, 100 grams. So
Maybe I'll make a teddy bear out of my brown yarn.
So that would work too.
Yeah, but you don't have a teddy bear pattern.
Hey, sorry.
No teddy bear pattern and no puppy pattern.
Well, hopefully if this new medicine helps us on the energy levels. Because basically what I spend my weekends doing is recovering from the week. It's like I podcast and wiped out. Sometimes I go grocery shopping. Then I'm really wiped out. And then I spend the rest of the weekend recovering. And then I have to go back to work. And I may or may not be fully recovered.
So we're hoping that the new medicine that she gets will help her a little bit with that.
Plus all the 20 million vitamins that he started me on.
She has vitamins for breakfast.
And I always used to mock vitamins. But I take like 18 pills right now for breakfast.
You have to make sure you take it with breakfast.
Right.
Okay, you...
So, yes, Davina is very happy with this. You guys didn't actually see the actual project. This is definitely her colors.
Why is the tea gone?
Possibly because you drank it.
But why is the tea gone? I need to have like that bag.
You need Stephen Strange, where he has the magically refilling.
Right. Thor. Not magically refilling Thor, but anyway.
That's awkward.
Yeah. Okay.
What did he give him initially? Because initially it wasn't
tea.
It was tea. That's
I don't
right.
drink tea.
Because he gave him. I remember it was like look of disgust. Like
I don't drink tea. What is this?
Yeah.
Tea. I don't drink tea. Ungrateful Thor. Okay. Anyway.
Well, I guess at least he didn't throw down the mug and say another.
Yes. Oh, gee. Okay. Ploverbird's owl bag in this.
Oh, I didn't say what this bag was. Hold on.
Oh, yes.
R2.
Yes, and that's the Starnets.
Starnets, yes. I tagged them in the last podcast.
She actually got back to us.
Oh, did she?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Oh,
I was
that's
happy.
sweet.
Yes.
So, I love this bag. Yes, there's BB-8 on it. R2.
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 BB-8's cute, but he tries too hard.
Well, yeah.
And he can't help that he's trying too hard. That's the way they wrote him.
Yeah.
I'm not, what is it she said? I'm not a bad girl. I'm just drawn that way. Is that how she said what she said?
Something like that.
Kathleen Turner. It was the movie reference. See if you can get it. It's a cartoon. It's animation and live action together. It's about what?
Wow, you're giving way too much information.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to give them. So
way too much. I feel like that really gave it away.
Well, we'll see.
But yes. There was another movie that referenced. I feel like it was the one with Brendan Fraser. Also said you wrote me that way. The Inkheart.
Inkheart.
Because I feel like the thief turned to not the thief, whatever he was, the guy,
the juggler,
the guy with the fire. He like blew fire or something.
Yeah, because he was teaching the thief how to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he turned to the writer at one point and was like, well, you wrote me to be a coward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why do you expect me to be anything else?
Yep.
But anyway, regardless, R2 is more awesome because he doesn't try too hard.
Okay. And we have a lot of digressions today. We should call that's the name of the podcast. Digressions.
We'll write it down because I'm not going to remember it.
Why should I write it down?
Well, then it's not going to be called Digressions if you don't write it down.
Why do I have to do all the work? Digressions. I don't know if I spelled this right. Anyway, in my Ploverbird Owls bag, which I absolutely love, and is my
separate. There we go.
Autumn at Avonlea project from the Anne's Imagination Cowl Green Gables inspired pattern by Tanya Marie Anderson. US 7 Chow Gu red lace circulars. And I did this mostly on the trip. There's a little bit of a tension thing going on here, but it's okay. I'm really close to doing the next section, I think. Oh, wow, look how pretty that looks. Hey, I can see it. This, I think, is Skeino yarn, and I think it's a DK.
I'm not a huge fan of the color. I'll be quite honest with you.
I like the color. I didn't purchase this. It came in one of those yarn boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the color.
I'm wondering if it's going to be too busy.
I don't think so, because I can see it here.
Okay.
Look, you can
Yeah.
see it.
I think I just must not like the color that much.
I do like the color. It's not one I would normally choose. This might go to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice yarn. I think it's got some silk in it.
Okay.
And it's going to take me forever. She might not get it till next Christmas. But it's fun. Tanya writes a really nice pattern, and the way that she divides it up is very easy to follow and very easy to keep track of what you're doing. And I'm not sure if I spelled her name right here, but you know who I'm talking about. Okay, so that's that.
You do one more.
Okay. Just give me a second to close this. In my last bag, oh yes, because she had to be last because she is the best.
Well, she's gonna have this absolutely last, but
PHN Fun in the Woman Cave Lady Furnico Creations bag. Blue is my
MPKC.
She
hates
Peppermint
it when I
Kitty
call her
Cat
that.
project.
MPKC.
Here's the body, which has been done for a while. The part of the body, okay. And then, oops.
It's a little MPKC. No, she doesn't. If she had her paws together, she'd scratch me.
She doesn't scratch. She's too dignified for that. Anyway, so here's her muzzle and here's her head. And I actually had a little bit of an issue with the body, this part of the body. I don't have a lot of this yarn because I got it on a mystery. I don't know if they still make it. I'll have to ask. But I put it back in the bag. I worked on this on the trip while I was sitting at the bookstore and then when I got home. But I put it back in the bag and it got caught in the zipper.
Oh no.
And I couldn't get it unstuck. I didn't want to rip it back. I did make some progress here. So I cut it and reattached. So I made some progress. This is the second part of the body. And once I'm past there, I have to do the legs and the tail. But I'm enjoying this project. There's no rush on this. I may have to think about possibly giving her white stockings or something, or some other color stockings.
I think white would be best.
I don't know. This is not white.
Or like an off-white or whatever.
I don't know if I have any of that, so I'll have to check. I guess I can check my bare stash. I do have some partial, the half skeins of whatever, but this is DK, I think, so I don't know if I have any DK half skeins or not. And I don't want to necessarily break into that.
Okay.
But in any event, this is making progress. I'm not going to finish it for the toy along, and that's okay. I'm not really concerned about that because I can't win any prizes in my toy along anyway. So
I meant to work on some of the toys, and then like I read Daredevil comics instead when I come home from work.
okay, your turn.
So finally, in my Debbie Reese Designs yellow polka dot flower bag.
I just now noticed that she has this and this reversed.
I just now noticed that too.
That's fun.
This side is this. This side is this.
That's so fun. That's kind of fun. That makes me happy.
This is my first Christmas stocking, and it's Mad Tosh in the Shire colorway, and Mom's Not Quite a Pug. And this got worked on a bit in the waiting room.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
So, and I have a, oopsie, I have the stitch marker by Maureen.
Yeah, I haven't put mine on yet.
Victorian Studio.
I haven't put mine on yet because I haven't started a new project yet, so I have to start a new project. Maybe it'll be that baby blanket.
So, I'm at the point where I'm starting to head into the gusset and all that.
That is really pretty.
There's the front,
I like it,
and there's the sole.
so to speak.
Well, that's what they call this. Is a soul.
I know, but you don't wear it. It's my point.
No.
So it has to be Bigfoot to wear that.
But I really like how it's
Like it says, it mimics the rubber things that you.
yeah.
That is so pretty.
So I'm really enjoying this.
You have to pay attention for that.
You do.
Does it have any stretch, or is it pretty much?
It's got a little
bit,
stretch.
yeah. What size needles are you using on that? 3s?
Now the pattern was a little confusing because it called for US 2s. What was it? It was US 2s 2.5 mil. No, it called for US 2 3 millimeters, and US 2s in China. Oh no, I know. It called for 2.5s. US 2.5s, and it was 2.75 millimeters or something like that. Anyway, they didn't match up on the actual needles.
Right.
So I had to pick, and I was like, well, I'll just go with the US 2 because that's what it says, even if the millimeters is wrong.
Right.
That's what it was. The millimeters was wrong, but it said US 2s.
Oh, US 2 would drive me crazy.
Uh-huh.
I can knit with smaller, or crochet with smaller hooks because you have the bigger handles. That, but I can't do it with the knitting needles because the needle has to be the same all the way around.
But for Christmas stocking, you definitely don't want it to be too
Well, what if
light.
you did it with a different yarn? Like if I did a worsted yarn, maybe I could use a 4.
Possibly, yeah.
Because I can use a 4. I can even use a 3 for short, but 2 I think might be hard on my hands.
But I'm using, this is a Sporter DK.
Yeah.
And that's part of why I chose to do this particular pattern, because that was where I had the yarn that I wanted to use. But yes, I'm very happy with that.
It's very pretty, and I like the fact that this starts out as a pocket.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the name of the cast on. They said you could either use Judy's Magic or another one, and I used the other one. It was actually pretty simple. It's a nice. There's no holes or anything like that.
Nice.
You know, it's a cut for the heel.
Yeah, that's what I like. Cutting into anything makes me very nervous.
So that's the only time I did a toe-up sock was when I had to do an afterthought heel. And I'll tell you what, I squealed. And I also didn't care for the way it fit.
Yeah. I think that people either really like that or really dislike it. I think I would prefer a gusset.
I think part of the reason people like the afterthought is because then they don't break up their stripes.
Right.
And they can just knit a tube until they decide that they want to add their heel.
See, I don't care. I mean, I don't like socks that are really like opposites and things like that, but I don't care if the stripe isn't exact.
Now, what I like about Christmas stockings is I only need to make one.
Yes,
and they don't get worn down.
That's what excites me about Christmas stockings. That's why I did one crocheted, and that was a little dicey working on it because of the heel. I had never done a heel there, but it was interesting, and I did give it to my husband. It's a little wonky, but I was happy. I checked that off my.
Dad might not permit me to give this away.
Oh, he won't.
Because
he won't. He'll want it up in the.
Yeah. He really loves color work.
Yeah, he does.
Usually, he's most happy when I have something like this on the needles.
He looks at my stuff, and it doesn't matter how big it is. What does he say? Is that a shawl?
And you're like, no, this is a toy.
I think a lot of times he does it to yank my chain.
He does.
Okay. What's next?
Next would be, do you have any dyeing?
Any dyeing? Do we do FOs first?
I have no FOs.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Okay. In my Ploverbird Mickey and Minnie Mouse bag, actually it's Mickey Mouse bag, is the, let me see if I can, where I put it here.
You really did have a busy week.
This is my Copper Petty baby hat. This I just crocheted it round and round and round. It does fit. It's a little big on Jimena.
Well, that's good.
But, and it can, if you really want to, the baby's small, you can. It has this nice little point on the top. I thought about doing an I-cord or something and just sticking it on here.
That would have been fun because it would look like an acorn.
Yeah, an acorn, or if I put a green one, it could be like a pumpkin. So this is done. I just had to take a picture. And don't ask me the pattern because I just went round and round. And I added some ribbing to the bottom. So that's that. And the yarn is Hobby Lobby, I think.
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. I used an F hook, and I just have yarn. Oh, this is the what's the shiny yarn that we have?
Oh, I used that yarn from
Yarnbee?
sweater.
Yarnbee, I think it is. Because the one I did.
No, hold on. That is, I know it.
I think it's the one I did my Zarina shawl in.
It's the same one I did use that exact colorway, I think, for my
I think I got
sweater.
this from you, actually. Because it's not one I would buy necessarily. Yeah, I think it's a Yarnbee. It's kind of a shiny yarn. Because it's not that heritage stuff.
No, it's not.
It's the one I did. If you look up my Zarina shawl,
I knit my Harry Potter shawl out of that. Harry Potter sweater out of that.
Yeah, I think that you'll see what it is there if you check one of those project pages. I'm sorry, I don't remember, and I don't have it.
And both of those projects are old.
Yeah,
mine is that exact colorway.
I don't have my ball band in here because I think I might have gotten it from you.
That makes sense.
Okay, so that's that. I do not have any yarn dyeing because it has been a very, very cut up week, trying to get caught up with housework. Laundry, we had a holy day of obligation mass to go to as a vigil yesterday, so I just didn't have time to set up for the dyes because I haven't set up my dye stock since Thanksgiving. I do have some ideas, and I will be putting the yarn that I showed last week up in the shop as soon as I get some pictures taken. I haven't had a chance to do that between the weather not cooperating and other things like that. So
yeah, we thought we were going to get snow.
Yeah, it's been interesting. So I apologize for not getting that up quicker. What else do we have?
Then it would be stash enhancements.
Yeah, I got a couple of boxes of bare yarn from a couple different suppliers. I got more sparkle yarn in. I got some more DK, and I ordered some fingering weight. So I hope to be getting back to the dye pots relatively soon. I don't think I have anything else.
I do.
I got some patterns that were free, but
this was actually kind of Mom's.
Oh yeah,
she took part in a indie dye swap, but it was not a swap. So it was an advent calendar
and
a bunch of indie dyers. That one I think has your name.
This one has my name on it. No, yeah. This one has my name on it. So this is actually mine. I can't open it because it says do not open till Christmas.
But Mom had mostly wanted to get her name out there. She doesn't use finger weight yarn, and this is where the pattern we were talking about comes in to play. Because on Bakery Bear's patron group on Facebook, one of the guys had posted information, and I got it for free while it was available for free, for a pattern.
I don't know if I picked it up or not.
That is, hang on, let me pull it up so I can show you guys. It's not mitered square. You can use as much yarn as you want.
It's a chevron.
I guess kind of
like this, but it goes up and down.
It's called Northeasterly.
Yeah.
And it's by Skenanigans, Melissa Alexander Loomis, and she has directions written for DK and fingering, which is great because I'll
use the DK.
But because I want to use these fingering yarns, I'm going to do my first one in fingering. And that's what it looks like. And you just keep going as long as you want to. So that's what my plan is to use these for that.
And there's something in there that makes it easier to pick up stitches, which is why I was saying I might do that. And we can't give it away because, people can look back and see what we said, but it's not free anymore. So.
Yeah. So, some of the yarns I've already
opened.
Ooh, I like this candy.
That's Cappy, isn't it?
This one is Dip Strip Step. Yeah, this is Cappy.
Yeah.
And I love these candies.
What is it?
Old Lady candy.
Oh, I love those, yeah.
Oh, you like it? Let me pass it to you.
Well, no, get yours. You can have it. Or we'll split it or something. It's not a big deal. What's the one on the bottom?
You have...
Is it soft?
No, it's hard.
Okay.
So, actually, this is kind of hard, too.
Okay, you can take them.
You see, I won the Old Lady candy because it's hard.
It's hard on some of it's hard on my jaw, so...
I love Old Lady candy. I don't know why I love Old Lady candy.
I like the one that looks like a box that's square. It looks like if you open up an ice cream, regular ice cream, box or carton, and you open it up, and you've got the Neapolitan ice cream. It looks like that. I absolutely love
and
that.
I think everyone knows what I mean by old lady candy. It's the kind of things you picture in your grandma's
candy drawer.
But it wouldn't have been like necessarily grandmas of my generation. It would have been like grandmas from her generation.
I would go in to my grandmother's house when she was still here with us, and she had a corner antique. I think it was in the corner, right there. And I knew exactly what drawer to go to. Us kids knew. And you'd pull it out, and there'd be the Neapolitan. There'd be the ones covered with coconut. There would be,
But you don't always see the grandma candy.
The grandma candy. I mean, I've seen them elsewhere, like at candy places. But the only person that was Mom Mother's candy drawer, and I loved going there, especially as a kid. I'd raid the candy drawer, and she'd also had pistachio nuts and things like that. Cashews, the round. What are the round ones? Are those cashews or those hazelnuts? The little round nuts, and I love those. You take the nutcracker and you break it open. It's this little round nut. It's got a little round shell, and it's absolutely. I love those. She had all that kind of stuff, and I always, because that was a childhood memory. Whenever we came to visit, those kind of nuts, the pistachios and those little round ones, and then those candies in the candy drawer have always been grandma candy, grandma nuts.
But, so, I won the grandma candy. So, Cappy's yarn. I actually really didn't show it. I was focused on the grandma candy. Hold on.
I'm going to put this back because I don't want to open that by mistake.
And this, let me pull this out of here. I love the way Cappy packaged this.
I wish I had thought of that. I didn't even think about that. It would have saved me a lot of trouble. I hate wrapping things.
So, this is one of the I'm showing you the ones I already opened. So
Davina wraps all my stuff for me that's not belonging to her. She's really good at it. If you get something from me that I've asked Davina to wrap, give yourself an extra 10 minutes because she really wraps it good. Well. Yes, well.
Good and well.
Good and well.
Then this one.
That was today, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. This is from Beat Sisters Podcast. Beat Sisters Project Bags. Blueberry Chick Yarn. Case Schumpert. Schumpert? So this is hers.
I thought maybe she was out of state, but she's in the States.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is their card.
So you might want to check them out if you like that.
Yes. Oh, I don't think I showed Cappy's yarn and I. We talk about
her. Yes, she's wonderful.
And she's the organizer of this.
Yes, Cappy, you need to podcast again.
Okay, this one's pretty.
I have called her out because she's really busy, but
the You and I, and they're on Etsy.
That's pretty.
I don't think she has the colorway on here. And she has information on how to do Kitchener.
Oh, cool. That's
so
nice.
I can give you this card once I'm done using the yarn.
Yeah. Very pretty.
Because I know how to Kitchener. Plus, I have those little Kitchener tools.
I think I have one over here too. So it's good to have just in case.
Right. Because sometimes you can use Kitchener to close up a hat. Not very often, but sometimes.
I think I did on something.
This is Sheepy Fibers.
Oh, that's pretty. Look, Brittany, there's speckles.
There are speckles.
Speckles on that little tiny mini.
So pretty.
Because these are 10-gram minis.
Yes, which will be perfect for that.
It's a little more than 40 yards. I think it's about 45 yards.
Be perfect for the little blanket.
Yeah. You could do a temperature blanket with that.
I won't, because I want to knit the way I feel like it. Yarn. So this is Yarning Apart.
Oh, that's fun.
And the base is Yarning Basics. The colorway is Hearth.
Isn't that pretty?
That's pretty.
Reminds me a little bit of my Water Maroon. Not quite, but it's very pretty. It has a little more pink or red to it than mine.
This is Mitchell's Creations. Colorway is Under the Willow Tree.
Oh, I think I like this one. Oh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty?
And everyone's is very different.
Yes.
Which is fun.
And they're not all Christmas colors per se.
Right, which is what I sort of expected they would
Yeah,
be.
yeah. I like her bag. I would love to know where she got her bag.
So this is, it doesn't say who the, oh, where's his dyer? Hold on. Daydream Dye Works. Colorway Longest Night.
Oh, that's
And there's
pretty.
some sparkle to it.
Sparkly. Isn't that pretty?
And I think you'll be able to fully appreciate it when it's knit up. And I do appreciate the ones who went ahead and balled it up already for me. Those will be the ones who'll be put in the blanket first.
I wasn't nice at all. I left mine in
So
the
like
thing.
this lady, I think it was mostly these. Oh no, these three ladies will be in the blanket first because they're already wound up.
She's lazy. I like the way
Ooh.
they look. This way. Oh, that's
This
pretty.
one
I
was
like that
pretty.
one. This reminds me of a desert sunset.
Mint Rain hand dyed yarns. I really
like
like
the
this
owl.
one. Caitlin Mayday. And she doesn't say the colorway.
My Day, I think. Maybe Mayday. There's no Y there, though.
Oh, I guess it would be My Day.
Yeah.
I just read Mayday.
I like her little owl.
And she's Mint Rain on I guess it would be Mint Rain. Sorry, Mint Rain on Instagram and or Ravelry Mint Rain Yarns on Instagram. There's her card. It's really cute. I wish I knew what this colorway was. 'Cause I love it.
It's very pretty.
It's very much me.
I gave you a colorway that's similar to that.
Not with this much orange.
I think so. Maybe not.
I don't remember you giving me one.
That doesn't have, the blues are different than mine.
So
She did a very good job with it.
So these
Is that
are
all of them?
also, yeah, these are all the ones I've opened because we're only 8 days in.
Yep. And this is her mini bag.
Yes, and it's also going to be, I need to then find one to put the blanket I'm working on in.
Right.
This is an old bag I got with part of a Christmas kit.
Yeah, you got this one from Knitting's My Bag, and I got the Cardinals.
And I made your hat, mitts, and duke out
Yeah.
of the yarn from this.
You did?
Yep.
Because
Because you gave me your yarn.
Right. Was it fingering?
No, it was
Why did I
just,
give it to you?
I don't know, you were destashing. You just went crazy destashing.
Oh, okay.
And it was my color.
Yeah.
So you gave it to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is perfect.
And
Oh,
I
we
like-
traded for it or
Yeah,
something.
and I like the color. I wear it all the time.
Yeah, it's a pretty color. And this is a Knitting's My Bag, one of her older bags, actually. And I love this bag. It's a chickadee one.
Yeah.
Mom got the cardinal.
Yeah, because I couldn't decide, so she chose, and I got the other one. And
I
do like
love
Cardinals.
chickadees.
I do. They're beautiful.
They're so
And I've got the Cardinals, male and female Cardinals. And it's a really pretty bag.
Mine is cute.
Okay. What's
Oh,
Oh, right, Bonnie.
and I didn't lose the thing she gave me to cover her address.
Because she knows that we always end up forgetting or putting our hands over it.
So she was a sweetheart. She sent us a baby hat.
Yay!
So I need
What's
to
the pattern, Bonnie?
Yeah, this is not the 7th hat. And she sent me, I love this movie, Thor Ragnarok. This is great. This is awesome. And I love this movie.
It's fun. There's a lot of humor in it. It's fun.
Yes, it is. It is the best of the Thor movies. And I love, most of the movies with Loki are just good anyway.
Just as Hulk, don't smash!
It's just, the relationship with Thor and Loki is well done.
Mm-hmm. And Thor and Hulk.
Yes, well, I'm just thinking of also Loki throwing a fit when he comes down after falling for, what do you say?
I've been falling for half an hour!
It was 30 minutes, yeah. I
30
can remember
minutes, yeah.
how long. He was furious.
Okay, bye
Bye
now.
now.
Okay.
That suit looked good on him. That black suit.
Who, him?
Loki.
Yeah, okay.
It was a good look for him. He should wear that more often.
Creepy magician soup. Okay.
Remember Thor said, called him a witch, and Loki's like, I'm not a witch. Why'd you dress like one?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, now that we're...
Well, if that is correct, I think it's a warlock. I don't know if now they're male witches too. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Anyway. All right. Reading basically the same books. I'm taking my time with Patrick Cars, but I am going to be moving on to when I finish it, to probably back to Timothy Zahn. And the series that Ty suggests I go to next. I do want to read the Quadrille series.
It's Quadrille series, but that is like, I think it's like 5 books. It's a longer series.
Yeah.
You'll really, and it's written in first person, which is hard to do.
Well, that's why I like to write it in first person. So
I think, seriously, you will really enjoy it. But you need to finish the Star Wars ones first, and then move on.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Because I have a lot of other reading.
Because I actually, like, even though I love the Dragonback series, I love the Quadrille series more. I want to read it again.
I need to finish the Dragonback. That's the one with the
kid. Yeah.
Kid with the
Dragon Tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to start that over again and go into. I think I got through the second book, and then I got distracted with what's his name? I don't know if it was Terry Brooks or David Eddings that I got distracted with one of their series and went into that.
Icarus Hunt is very good. That's a standalone, and that's also in first person.
I think I read part of Icarus Hunt, or you gave it to me to read, and I didn't get around to it. And I gave it back to you.
But the Quadrille series is by far my favorite. There's just one character that I know you will love.
As long as I have Talon Card in the next series, I'll be happy.
You will love McMiking.
McMikey?
McMiking.
Michelin O'Flynn?
No, McMiking.
Brian
McMiking.
What is he,
Brad
Irish?
McMiking. I can't remember, but it's something McMiking.
That'll be fun.
He's a good character. He's right up your alley.
Cool. All right. Do you have anything else that we need to do?
We showed the tea. No, I think we're good.
I feel like there's something else, but I can't remember. I already talked
did you
about
do, what about knitting ephemera?
Oh, that's it. Thanks. All right. Knitting ephemera. I'm not going to read everything I have listed, I don't think, because it's a fairly long one. I think I'll keep...
And I need to go shopping.
Keep coming back. All right.
Because I haven't gone grocery shopping.
Yeah. All right. Let me just get my glasses, because I'm going to have to go to the eye doctor. That's one of the appointments. So you may see me wearing my glasses more often.
Once she actually has glasses.
If I have to read things, because my eyes don't adjust really well from reading to looking up. And these are like 4 or 5 years old, so...
And they weren't a good
no
prescription to begin with, right?
Well, these are the ones that never got switched, because they... The story is that I went to the eye doctor, and I got both my glasses, my computer glasses, these, and my glasses for driving updated. And the first time I went in, they got the glasses in the wrong frame. So I had to go back, and they put them in the right glasses. And then these, I went back 2 or 3 times. I just couldn't get it right. And all I could think of was, how difficult is this? So I don't go there anymore, and I never got these updated. So these are even older than my other glasses, and they're really out of prescription, whatever they are. But anyway, okay. Surnames derived from fibery occupations. Okay? Berger, Norman French, meaning shepherd. Bisset, like Jacqueline Bisset, is French. It means fine linen, probably referring to the weaver. Okay? Brodeur, this is also French, which is embroiderer. Burl, which is English, and that's a type of cloth probably referred to the one who sold it. Okay? Causer, which is French, probably derived from the word for leggings and referred to one who made or sold them. Okay, so remember, these are surnames derived from fibery occupations. Dexter is Old English, and that's for dyer. Okay? Draper is English, one who makes and sells woolen cloth. That's interesting, because I think of drapes, I think of draperies.
I've heard of draperies before.
I have too, but I always thought it had to do with curtains. Okay? Farber, and this is spelled F-A with a little 2 dots over it, R-B-E-R. That's German. Dyer from Farb, meaning color. So maybe, dyer. Fuller is English, one who softened and cleaned woolen fabric. Gulias, and that has a little accent over the A. It's Hungarian for herdsman or stockman. Howard is from the Old English, from ewe herder, meaning one who herds ewes. And the way they spelled this here is E-W-E-H-I-R-D-E-R. Okay? I have 3 more to go through, and then I have a second page that I'm not going to do today. Howard is Old English from... Okay, I just said that one.
Yes, you do.
Kadlec is Czech for weaver. Knopf, Knopf, is from German for a button maker or button seller. And Koziol, Koziol, I'm sure I didn't pronounce that right, and that's Polish, goat, probably goat herder. So those are some surnames derived from fibery occupations. I'll do this page next week. Okay? So that's
tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Okay, and that's for my knitting ephemera. And this again was given to us by Laura Smoot, very generously to use. She passed it on to us. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, so anything else?
Nope. We finished this up so I can eat my grandma candy.
Yay. Okay, so we want to wish you all a very happy, we hope you had a happy first week of Advent. We wish you all a very happy second week of Advent, or whatever it is you're celebrating at this time of year. And we wish you a week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here again next week for the fun in the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 334, and that's a wrap.
Bye.